Hey guys, it's Danielle. Sorry it's been a while, it's been a little crazy here, but today I'm here to do an original tag video. Today I'm going to do the Avengers tag in honor of Avengers Age of Ultron coming out today. I even wore my Marvel shirt, and honestly I can't even tell you all the people that are on this shirt, but it's got Iron Man on the front, so I figured for an Avengers tag it would work. Let's get started with the questions. First is Iron Man, your favorite first book in a series. For this I chose Cinder. This is one book that definitely got me hooked on a series immediately, and now I cannot wait for winter to come out, like everybody else. Hulk, a book that you don't want to talk about because it would make you angry, and people wouldn't like you when you're angry. For this I chose Allegiant, which shouldn't surprise anyone. If you've read my review on this, you know that I did not care for this book at all. If you've read my series review on this whole series, you know that I have major issues with the series as a whole, but especially in this book. Something comes up and I think about some detail that I really just cannot wrap my brain around, and I just cannot stand it, so don't want to talk about this book anymore. It's going away. It's going away. Next is Captain America, a book that takes place in World War II. For this I chose Codename Verity by Elisabeth Wayne. Couldn't put it down, and it made me cry and laugh, and just it made a really big impact on me when I read it. So for that reason I had to go with Codename Verity. Thor, a book that's based on mythology of any kind. Okay, I made this question and then I looked at all my shelves and realized that I just don't have very many, except for The Lost Son by Tessa Gratton. I have not read this book yet either, but this is actually based on Norse mythology, so like Thor and Loki and Odin, so I went ahead and picked this one over the Percy Jackson series just because it's closer to Thor. Next is Black Widow, a side character you wish would get their own movie, book. For this I chose 3 characters because I couldn't choose between them, and surprisingly, weirdly enough, none of them are girls. They're all guys. Explain to me how that works. But they are Kenji from the Shatter Me series, Jamie from the Mara Dyer series, and Seth from Landline. All 3 of these guys are like the best friends in these series and books, and I just love them so much. Sometimes I like them more than the other like main characters, but I wish I could see more of their story, especially Jamie. I mean, come on. He's the best, and I just want more of him all the time. So I would love to see any of these 3 in their own books. Next is Hawkeye, a book that you love, but nobody else seems to like. For this I chose Skylark by Megan Spooner. Megan Spooner is actually half of the collaboration that wrote These Broken Stars, which everyone seems to love, but her solo book has kind of bad reviews and bad ratings on Goodreads, and I don't really know why, because I loved this book. I don't know why more people don't like this book. I haven't heard anything about it on BookTube either, so I'd really love to see why other people don't love this book as much as I do. Next is Nick Fury, and that is a character with a ton of sass. For this I've chosen Cole St. Clair from the Wolves of Mercy Falls trilogy. He has so much sass. I love him so much more than the regular characters, than the main characters. I loved Cole St. Clair, and he was like the reason that I continued to read this series. Next is Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, a book with a great sibling relationship. For this I chose The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. This was my first Holly Black book, and I adored it, and one of my favorite parts of this book is the sibling relationship. So I definitely highly recommend this book if you haven't read it yet. Next is Phil Coulson, a book that you would love to see adapted for the big or small screen. This I chose the Mara Dyer series by Michelle Hodkin. When I was reading this, I got to the end of this book and immediately imagined the end as like the end of a season on a TV show. It was just such a perfect ending, and I could see the cliffhanger ending on the TV show, see it happening in my mind, and then there would be the horrible hiatus, summer hiatus wait until it came back, and then we'd pick up with book 2. And the whole series was like that. Every beginning and every end, it felt like a season of a TV show, and I could see the episodes and where they would break and where the seasons would break, and it was just so clear in my mind. So I wish that that would happen. I really don't feel like it's going to happen because I don't know that this is that popular for that to happen, but it would be so cool. And can't you just imagine, if you have read the series, can't you just imagine the end of this book and it's happening on screen and then end, and you have to wait like 5 months until it comes back? I think this would be perfect for that. I wish that would happen. Alas. Next is Loki, a villain that you just can't help but love. For this, I went with the obvious answer and said the Darkling from Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. If you'd asked me this question about TV characters, there would be so many choices for me to pick from. There are just so many villains on TV that I love to love or hate, but in books, I tend to just flat hate the villains or despise them. They're very rarely like villains that I really truly love and understand, but the Darkling is one of them. I find him fascinating. He's like sexy and mysterious and tragic backstory and everything rolled into one, so I went with the Darkling. Bonus question! Ant-Man, the next movie that will come out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The next book on your TBR. I have 2 to show for this because the next book on my TBR should be City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. And I want to read The Infernal Devices so bad, but I told myself that I would finish the first half of the series, then I would be able to buy it and read it. But every time I sit down to start this book, I just feel like I'm sludging through jello or something. It's not happening. It's slow and like first page, I look at it and I'm like, ugh. But I know I've heard such great things about this series, and my best friend is going to kill me if I don't read this eventually soon. So I really need to get on it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to force myself to read it next. I may have to wait until I'm on vacation, stuck in a car for 19 hours going to Florida, and then I can force myself to read this. So if we're being honest, the next book on my TBR will probably be All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I am on a huge contemporary kick lately. I don't know why, because I probably read like 5 contemporary books all of last year, but I've read 4 already this year, I think, and I'm on a huge kick. That's all I want to read. I've heard such great things about this, and I've had it for a couple of months now, so I feel like I'm gonna start it soon. As soon as I finish the book that I'm reading now, I think this is gonna be next. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys all do this. I'd love to see my tag going around BookTube, and that would be so awesome. I'm going to tag some people because I'm fairly new to BookTube, and I'm trying to kind of get more involved. So I'm going to tag some people that I hope will see this and do it. I'm going to tag Kat from Catty-tastic, Jess from Price is Wong, Elisabeth from Elisabeth Page, Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey, and Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. So I'll be back with another video soon with a book haul, maybe, and a wrap up for the last couple of months. So I will see you then. Bye!